I got a 25-gallon Craftsman Air compressor here, and it's about 10 years old. And the issue we're having with it right now is the air pressure regulator. This valve is leaking, and what this valve does is basically regulates the tank pressure to the line pressure coming out. So you can set your line pressure so you don't damage equipment or tools or anything like that. And what this valve is doing is it's leaking right here around the adjustment on the housing. And this video is just going to show you how to replace this and get your tank so it doesn't leak again. To start with, we are going to unscrew the actual adjustment knob on this. Remove that and set it aside. Then we are going to take off our pressure gauge, and you can do that with a basic wrench or pliers. There's a little nut on the bottom side that you can grab. Give you a few spins with the wrench, and you can do it by hand. Set that aside. Then we are going to move our connector for our air hose, and again, just do a couple spins with the wrench, and you can take it off by hand. And then that leaves us with the actual housing of the regulator, and you can just grab that with a set of pliers and spin it off. A few spins of that, we can do that by hand. And before we put the new one on, we're going to put some Teflon thread tape around these threads just to prevent leaking right there when we screw the new one on. Just a few wraps will get the job done and be plenty. A few wraps around that, we're good. Take our new air regulator, and the first thing we have to do is take this adjustment knob off, because when we spin it around, it's going to hit this line. So for just avoiding taking that line off, we'll take this knob off. And then looking at it, we need this top port for our gauge on the top. This bottom one's closed off, we don't need it. So take that, start threading it on. Thread it on by hand, and then we'll snug it up with pliers. With that done, we can screw this back on. That on, we can screw our gauge back on, and we're gonna again wrap some thread sealing tape right around that just to prevent any leaks. Make sure we don't cover up the little port. Thread that back on. Do it about hand tight, and then we'll come back and spin it the rest of the way around with pliers. Okay, and the last thing is our hose connector, and we will again wrap the threads, some sealing tape on this, prevent any leaks here. Just come and thread it in here on the valve body. Snug it up. And that's a quick fix. I'll flip this on. It might be a little loud. You might not be able to hear the air leak if there is any, but there shouldn't be.